Greetings, 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 good people. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve. Hopefully, everybody is having a good week. All right, I wanted to come through and basically keep you up to date on hot topics, trending topics, share my thoughts and opinions, get your thoughts and opinions, all that good stuff. Okay, today is March 9th. All right, 26 years ago, my favorite rapper, one of many, the Notorious B.I.G. passed away, okay, 26 years ago today on March 9th, all right? So should be a big day in hip hop. Biggie's going to be playing all over the radio just to celebrate his memory and his life, all right? So I want to point that out. As far as what's on today's lineup, got a couple of things. Cardi B, she's clearing up rumors regarding this BAPS remake. She quickly cleared that up. Monique, comedian actress Monique, she is going into talking about her marriage for whatever reason. It's none of our business, but her marriage arrangement is seemingly changing. So I'm going to touch on that. TJ Holmes and Amy, TJ Holmes and his mistress, okay, they are pitching a new show idea. Interesting. Got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled in between just to keep you guys in the loop. If you're watching on YouTube, please come in, get comfortable, hit the like button. That is your admission fee, costs you absolutely nothing. Just hit the like button on the video. Make sure you're dropping your comments throughout the broadcast. All right. Now, before we get into any of those topics and everything else that I got lined up, all right, I definitely want to pay tribute to my homie, Biggie Smalls. I remember where I was, how old I was, the day of the week when it was announced on March 9th, 1997, when Biggie died, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show y'all a video. This is a throwback. If you're one of my regulars, and you're not new here, then you might remember this video. Now, this was a video that I did, I think it was 2 years ago, for a Black History Month, quote unquote, tribute. Okay, so never mind me mentioning the Black History Month is coming to a close because obviously we're in March. But this is my tribute without getting a copyright strike. This is my way of paying tribute to my boy, Biggie Smalls. May he continue to rest in peace. So if I can have 4 minutes and 39 seconds of your time, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Like to hear it? Here it go. Greetings, royal family. As Black History Month comes to a close, I wanted to share with you a piece from one of my favorite Black American poets. Yeah, that's me, y'all. This is when I used to be on camera. How you doing? If you know the words, you can recite along with me. Come on. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. Preach. I let my tape rock till my tape popped. Pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stocks. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember Rappin' Duke? Da-ha, da-ha. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Right. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight, time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. That girl good. Born sinner. The opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner. Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Starsky. Facts. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call the crib. Same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know. I made the change from a common thief. Facts. To up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, pause. Now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now, honeys, play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens. Indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Smalls speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl's ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool because I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. But guess what? It's still all good.
Amen.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with a chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging. Celebrating every day, no more public housing. Glory. Thinking back on my 1-room shack. Now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face was up in the source. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Oof. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we're thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Because I went from negative to positive, and it's all good. Glory. And if you don't know, now you know. Woo, hallelujah. What a beautiful story of God's blessing. Listen up, guys. Just because you think someone doesn't deserve God's blessing doesn't mean that God won't do it.
Right.
All praises to the Most High. And I hope that you enjoyed this excerpt from one of my favorite Black American poets, Christopher Aloysius Wallace. That's all I got on this episode of Ghetto Masterpiece Theater. Be blessed, royal family. Be blessed.
Woo! Give it up for Royal B. All right, y'all. So that is my tribute to Christopher Wallace. That is a video that I did 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago to be exact. Yep, 2 years ago. So those of you who are new here, you don't know what I look like. That's what I look like, y'all. You can go back to my old videos and check some of them out, okay? So again, it's March 9th. Play your favorite Biggie song. Put a Biggie quote in the comments. That's one of my favorite rappers. And every year I do this and I commemorate Biggie Smalls. Okay. All right. Let me see if I could get this this darn screen to work. Giving me a hard time. So hold on, y'all. It's getting ghetto. It's getting ghetto. Hold on, y'all. Wait. Now my screen won't share. Well, that sucks. Don't tell me I'm going to have to start this thing all over again, y'all. All right. So until my screen decides that it wants to cooperate and behave, I guess I could just basically talk about these topics, right? Oh, this is so bad. That's so ghetto. I'm going to have to start this over again. Why? Why y'all do me like this? Why must y'all do me like this? Hold on, y'all. Please stand by. Let me see. Why is this not working? Why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat? This is a shame. See? Haters, bro. What a hater. Now my screen, it doesn't want to share my screen. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, yeah. So why are you not sharing it? Ah, here we are. I think we got it, people. Here we go. All right. Thank you for your patience. That was so ghetto. All right. So let's get into this topic. I thought that this was interesting. This is a follow-up for a story
that I don't know if you guys were familiar with this. There was a couple who they were basically selling their home, and due to the fact that they are black, the appraisal amount for their home was significantly lower. So what they did was, I think they hired like their friends, a white couple, to show up for the showing of the house, and the appraisal was much higher. So there is an update provided by the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. Okay, so the house basically that they were selling was appraised at $500,000 less with the black couple in the picture. That's what it was. The number that they were told was $995,000. While their white friend was told 1 million, over 1 million basically. Now, according to NBC News, the fair housing advocate of Northern California supervising attorney Julia Howard Gibson said, even decades after the Fair Housing Act of 1968, we still find evidence of housing discrimination fairly open. So basically, the punishment for this particular company, they have to watch a documentary titled Our America Lowball. They have to attend training about the history of racial discrimination in real estate and ensure that they will not discriminate in the future. Now, yes, they did settle out of court because the couple sued this real estate company, and they settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. Hopefully it's over $1 million, which is what the house was actually appraised for. But I don't think that that's enough. I understand that, for some people, you want to hit these companies in their pockets. But I don't think that it's enough that they just get to watch a documentary, settle for an undisclosed amount that's probably not even going to pinch their pockets, and then they can still proceed to do business and they can still practice discrimination. What if they do business with a black couple that doesn't have the resources or the means to take them to court, or can't prove that they're being discriminated against? Then this company is pretty much going to get away with doing this again. See, what people have to realize is, I understand, you hit these corporations in their pockets, but money doesn't solve everything. Like in a lot of these businesses, car insurance, health care, education, unfortunately, we are discriminated against because we are black. My car insurance may be higher because the area that I live in is predominantly black versus somebody who lives in an area where there isn't a majority of black people. Like those types of discrimination or discriminatory practices affect us tremendously. So although I am happy for this particular couple because they had the means, resources, they stuck together, and I'm pretty sure they had a good legal team, for them to win their lawsuit. This company should not be practicing. They should lose their real estate license. I'm sorry, they should. This is too American. All this discrimination in certain areas where it counts, I guess. I don't even know. Yeah, I get it. They got money. I get all of that. Some people said, why am I not surprised? Welcome to America. We're just living in it. Ain't that the darn truth? Okay, let's see if my screen is acting properly. Yes, it is. Okay, I apologize for that little hiccup. So let's try to move this train along as quickly as possible. All right, up next, I thought this was very interesting. Cher is being called a sugar mama. Okay, allegedly she is blowing a bag on this young boy, that I guess got her all caught up. Okay, so the caption reads, it looks like Cher is deep in love with her boo AE. I don't know who this guy is. What is he, a YouTuber? Cher, she's 76 years old, and she is blowing a bag on this young tenderoni. Okay, sources tell Radar that Cher has always been careful with her $360 million fortune, but ever since her new romance with AE, she's been splurging a little too much. Though AE claims to be a successful music exec, his net worth is an estimated $2 million, far less than Cher's. Friends close to the situation say they are genuinely concerned that Cher is being the biggest trick of them all. Somebody said Cher is letting her boyfriend, or a source says that Cher is letting her boyfriend pull all the strings. This is what one source told Radar Online. It's all about what AE and what he wants.
Who the heck is this guy? AE? That's really his name? She's been sucked into his lifestyle of parties, late nights, and drinking. And she's neglecting her friends, mainly because they're horrified over her behavior. Not share up in the club, dropping it like it's hot. Girl. Someone else said, another source said, Cher splurging on gifts for her man. And when he sees something he likes or wants to purchase, Cher's Amex comes out. If he has a net worth of $2 million, why he can't pay for his own stuff? Why you not whining and dining Cher? Mm, mm, mm. But all this expense adds up and is burning a hole through her bank account. Child, Cher is still a wealthy woman with hundreds of millions to her name, but even rich celebs can go broke if they don't manage their money wisely. This is what an insider also said. And they continued, and the fear is that could happen to Cher. She used to be a penny pincher, but she's thrown all care out the window. As far as what do I think about this, I it's her money. She could do whatever she wants. I mean, as long as she's not being threatened or forced to give up her money, she wants to blow a bag on this AE person. Let her. It's her money, right? I understand that her friends are concerned, but what you gonna do? She ain't gonna leave this man until she ready or until he leaves her. I say stay out of it. Don't watch her money harder than she does. If she's in her right mind and she's not being taken advantage of, as far as like, she is being taken advantage of in my opinion, but as long as she's in her right mind, she's not senile or she's not losing it or anything like that, I would tell the friends stay out of it. When it comes to these women and these men that they like, stay out of it, because they're gonna call you a hate. I mean, I don't think Cher's gonna call anybody a hater, but she'll probably cuss you out and tell you to mind your business, leave her alone. It's her life, it's her money. Stay out of it. Mind your business. It's her money. Let her do what she wants to do. If she wants to blow a bag on her young boo, let her. Okay? All right. This is an update to a recent story. Do you guys remember the young boy in Virginia, 6-year-old kid who shot his teacher and she ended up getting shot in her stomach? He brought a gun to school. Well, they are not seeking they're not, the prosecutor said that he's not going to charge him. He's not going to face any charges. Now, this is a very interesting turn of events with this story, so let's get into this article. The city prosecutor in Newport News, Virginia, said Wednesday that he would not seek charges against the 6-year-old boy who shot his elementary school teacher in January, but has yet to decide whether any adults associated with the case could be held criminally liable. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. If not his parents, then some of the administrators who were in position at the time. I think the superintendent or the principal, one of them, resigned, and then one of them was forced to resign. So they had to step down. But I do think that his parents, most likely, and probably faculty, staff, who knows, are going to be charged. They're going to charge somebody. So in an interview with NBC News, Newport News Commonwealth attorney Howard Gwynn said that the prospect that the 6-year-old can stand trial is problematic, given that a child that young wouldn't have the competency to understand the legal system and what a charge means or adequately assist an attorney. So basically, he's 6. He's not competent enough to stand trial. Now, they're not saying that 6-year-olds can't be charged in the state of Virginia, which just sounds wild to me. They can, but I'm assuming because of all of his behavioral issues, the article goes into talking about the young boy having had multiple issues at the school, and the teacher who was injured, she was able to kind of usher the 20 kids, I think it was a total of 20 or 21 kids, to safety. She kind of assisted them out of the classroom while she was injured. She said that she is taking legal action against the school district, which she should. She said that the principal was very aware of this young boy's behavioral issues. Just the day before he was suspended, or 2 days before he was suspended, because he broke her phone, this teacher, and he was only suspended for like a day, or he was in school suspension, or he came back the next day or something like that. He apparently put his arms around the neck
of another teacher, if it's not this particular teacher. He chased kids around the playground with a belt, threatening to harm them. He cursed out staff, faculty, and staff. Now, the parents are saying that he has a behavioral issue. The school has this documented as well. And earlier that day, the day that this incident happened, the teacher stated that she went to the other teachers and principal and administration and told them, you know, this kid is problematic. They ignored her. She's also stating that it's to her knowledge that they were aware that he had a weapon on the school grounds and they did nothing. Ridiculous. This child's behavioral issues are so severe that either his mother or his father, one of them, have to accompany him to school and be in class with him. That's the way his little care plan or what have you is set up. And it just so happened that that day, neither the mother nor the father were in attendance where they should have been. Here's my question. If his behavioral issues are that bad that one of his parents has to go to school with him for the whole day, why not homeschool him? If you have the time to alternate and sit with him, I don't know. I'm not judging the parents. I'm just saying. So the parents, they gave a statement and they stated that, you know, they did have the weapons secured and they're trying to figure out how he got access to it. You know, they're investigating. The police chief wants to charge the little boy. He said that it was intentional, and obviously the parents didn't lock up their weapon, etc. And the gun is legally owned by the young boy's mother. So the prosecutor basically says that their objective is not to just do something as quickly as possible. They said once they analyze all the facts that they'll charge any person or persons that they believe that they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt committed a crime. So this is the teacher, you know, and her lawyer is geared up and ready to sue the school district. I don't blame the teacher for suing the school district, because if you know, it's really a shame. These teachers and students are not protected. They're absolutely not protected. If a teacher hits a student back in self-defense, you know, the teacher could lose their job and wind up in jail. But what type of protection do these teachers have? What type of protections do these other children have? Imagine the parents of the children who were in the class and these children who witnessed their classmate do this to their teacher. These schools are not safe, you know, and I still don't understand why these schools won't have metal detectors. I don't get it. Somebody help me understand. Why won't you put metal detectors in these schools? Why? Because it sends the wrong message, quote unquote. You know how many lives could possibly be saved if a metal detector is in the school? You have cops in these schools damn near. I don't know. I don't get it. So what I think that the parents, they're going to probably lean toward charging the parents, because not too long ago it was being reported. I think ABC News reported that there was a similar situation in the same town in Newport News, Virginia, where a child brought a weapon to school, did not harm anyone, but the parents were charged whatever the charge was. So they're deciding on whether to charge the parents or not. Okay, so this is where it goes into the family saying that the boy has an acute, I wouldn't say it's an acute disability, but acute disability, and was receiving the treatment he needs, quote unquote, under the court-ordered temporary detention at a medical facility. Police said that the child's mother legally purchased the gun he used, but they haven't specified how he obtained it or if it was safely secured, as the family has claimed. Both a lawyer for the boy's family and the law firm representing the teacher declined to comment on Wednesday about the prosecutor's ongoing investigation and his decision to not seek charges against the child. So a spokesperson for the Newport News School District said that it had no additional comments about the investigation, of course not, and the district has previously said that it couldn't share any information in the child's educational records, citing the police investigation. Now, there was another article that I was reading, and it said, again, that their son suffers from an acute disability and was under the care of a plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. So again,
every day somebody has to go to, a parent has to go to class with him. Maybe that's not the environment or the school that he should be in. The week of the shooting was the first week when we were not in class with him. This is what the mother says. We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives. So they gave a statement. Now the teacher claimed that the student had a history of violent behavior at the school and accused the school's assistant principal of failure to act despite being told repeatedly that the student had a gun at school. Her lawyer, the teacher's lawyer, alleged in a letter notifying the district of the intent to file a lawsuit last month, as she should. I think she absolutely should file a lawsuit. The student has been suspended the day before the shooting because he slammed the teacher's phone, breaking it, and had cursed at the guidance counselors. This is according to the letter. So he has a history of behavioral issues. They ignored it, and unfortunately, he realized that there was no disciplinary actions, severe disciplinary actions that would be taken because of his behavior. So he took it to the extreme, just like a child. You know, a child sees that they can get away with stuff, and they're gonna take it up a notch. Okay, this is the mind, unfortunately, of a child, right? An undisciplined child. The student had allegedly been removed from the school a year prior after he choked his teacher until she couldn't breathe. Now, see, this is what I want to know. A 5 or 6-year-old kid chokes you as a teacher, chokes you until you couldn't breathe. I would have knocked little Elroy. I would have had to knock little Elroy on his back. I would have had to. I would have had to knock him on his back. So then if I do that, am I going to jail for child endangerment and abuse? Am I getting arrested? So what do? I let a 5, 6-year-old choke me until I can't breathe? I don't put, this is what I'm saying. There needs to be, I don't know. I will say this. I'm not judging the parents at all. I don't know what the home life is like, and I'm just going to leave it at that, right? But I will say this. If that family, if y'all don't get a hold on this little boy, trust me, they're going to let him commit all of these acts and all of these crimes until he's old enough for them to prosecute him to the fullest extent. And then there is going to be no turning back, because they're just going to funnel him right into the prison system. And that's probably where he might be for the rest of his life if this doesn't get turned around. There's obviously something going on, and that something going on needs to be addressed and fixed. If there's some things going on in the house and that kid might need to be removed, I hate to say it, but y'all got time now. He's only 6 and he's doing damage now. Y'all better get a hold on. The minute that he turns, maybe 13, 14, 16, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. So this is an unfortunate situation. I find it interesting that they are not going to be pressing charges on him. I find it interesting. It's not a good or a bad thing. But one of those adults, whether it's the administration from the school or the parents, one of y'all gonna be charged with this. So hopefully they'll, keep updates going with this story. It's a very unfortunate situation. All right, I'll tell you who is going to jail though. This man who claims to be a bishop. I refuse to acknowledge this man as a bishop. I don't care what anybody says. So NYC self-proclaimed bishop, this is as per the New York Post, Lamar Whitehead, he faked bank records to finance his New Jersey mansion. This is according to the feds. First of all, we don't want any riffraff in New Jersey, okay? We don't need any riffraff in my home state. He's from Brooklyn, and he needs to go back to Brooklyn, okay? So let's get into this article. Controversial Brooklyn self-proclaimed bishop Lamar Whitehead fabricated bank records in an attempt to finance his $1 million New Jersey mansion. Federal prosecutors charged in a new indictment Wednesday. To get a mortgage approved for the sprawling Paramus, that's Bergen County, shout out to Bergen County, Paramus estate, Whitehead, 44, altered bank records to make it appear that an LLC he controlled had an average balance of more than $2 million, when it actually had less than $10, the feds allege. Brokey, the embattled church leader, quote unquote church leader, who made headlines in 2022 when he was robbed at gunpoint of more than $1 million in jewels in front of his congregation. Y'all remember that? Also alleged created a fake bank account as part of the scheme to get the mortgage loan in 2019. Crook. The pastor fabricated bank records for AMS LLC from at least in or about October 2018 up to and including February 2019 in an effort to obtain a mortgage. Why am I so tongue tied today? Probably because this is all foolishness and witchcraft. Shouldn't even be talking about it. Crook. Anyway, to obtain a mortgage in excess of 1.3 million to fund his purchase of a home in Paramus, New Jersey. I can't. We don't want no riffraff in Bergen County. Going on, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Look at him. Look at him. What a clown. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you what I don't like about this before I read this article, if I choose to continue to read this foolishness. He going to jail, basically. He going to be there for a long time. The charges are piling up in a nutshell. Let me tell you what I don't like. That's why I said I refuse to acknowledge him as a bishop, and I mean that. There's nothing bishop about this man. And see, anybody can throw a title in front of their name, and it's unfortunate. I think that he should have been held accountable. All these people that are talking about Beyonce concerts and people going to Beyonce concerts, you feel how you feel. That's your choice. Why aren't these same people with the same vitriol, right, and passion, why aren't they calling this guy out? Why? Did he grease y'all palms too? This man is nothing bishopy, man of the cloth about this man. And I don't like the fact that people are referring to him as bishop. I don't care who fake ordained him. This man is not of the church, the real true definition of the church, of the people. This is fraudulent and it's fake. And now a lot of people are going to continue to lump crooked ways with pastors. See, it's not the title, it's the person. He's a crook. So I think people should take back the term bishop, take back the term pastors, and stand upright and denounce this type of foolishness. Am I preaching today? Denounce this foolishness. No, we don't want him associated with the word church, the entity of the church, pastor, bishop. No, this guy is a fake. He's totally fake. He's a crook. Point blank, period. He's a crook. God will deal with him. But let's not associate. And you know what? I hate to see it. I really hate to see it. Like, we joke about it and stuff like that. When people say they're a pastor or they're a preacher, automatically we think con man, on a big scale, on a small mega churches to small churches. And I really want that narrative to change. I would like to see that narrative change. Honestly, all jokes aside. I mean, I joke too, but I'm just saying, right? Am I the only one that feels this way? Anyway, Whitehead, who was arrested by federal agents and hit with 4 charges in December 2022, was slapped with an additional count of wire fraud related to alleged fabricated information linked to the LLC. The feds also alleged that he applied for a fraudulent $250,000 business loan using the LLC Anointed Management Services, but similarly misrepresenting the finances of the company. Whitehead was not granted the loan, according to the indictment. It's unclear if the $1.3 million mortgage was approved. Whitehead leads a small, quote-unquote, congregation in the Canarsie section of Brooklyn called Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, where he preaches a quote-unquote, see, they put that in quotes, you're damn right, prosperity gospel, and asks his followers to, quote, sow or donate money to the church. The pastor, the man who claims to be a pastor, he says that he has ties to Mayor Eric Adams dating back to 2013. He drives luxury cars and wears fake designer suits. No, let me stop. I say they're fake, but designer suits and pricey jewelry during his church services, as well as his recent appearances in federal court. Okay, this is Mayor Eric Adams. And Mayor Eric Adams has been very, very quiet regarding his association with this self-proclaimed bishop. And if I was Eric Adams, I wouldn't say anything either, because I'm pretty sure he probably tied up with this man in some type of fraud as well. You see, you got to watch the company you keep. Anyway, after his arrest in December, the Post viewed a white Rolls-Royce SUV and a white Mercedes G-Wagon parked in the driveway of his Paramus estate, which boasts 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. Whitehead was previously charged for allegedly, scamming a parishioner out of $90,000. Woo! And blowing it on luxury goods. He also faces an extortion charge for another scam in which he allegedly promised to use his influence to get favorable actions from the city in real estate deals. You scammed somebody $90,000 and you gave it to this fool? Come on, some of y'all just foolish too. I don't have any respect for scammers. Whitehead was robbed at gunpoint while preaching at a small church by a trio of masked bandits who forced him to the floor during the caper. 2 of the alleged robbers were charged in Brooklyn federal court and have pleaded not guilty. Okay, Whitehead faces dozens of years in prison if he's convicted on all counts. We're going to be fighting those allegations. This is what his attorney, Don Florio, said recently. Lamar Whitehead will be pleading not guilty when he is arraigned on the indictment and denies those charges. This man is a fool. He's a plumb fool. I don't look at this man as a man of the cloth. I don't even look at him as a man. You're a scammer. You stole from people. You've used false information to fraudulently obtain. I don't respect any of that fraud. It's not like you Robin Hood. You robbing from the rich to give to the poor. No, you're walking around acting like you're better than other people, getting on here talking about amen. And I can't. Why don't people nail people like this to the wall? Why don't you call these people out? But no, I guess because he claims to be a bishop, you keep your mouth off of. This is God. I mean, we're all God's people, but come on, can we just stop? This is so effed up. He scammed somebody out of $90,000 using fraudulent information. Whose information is he using? Mind you, this man has been to prison before for fraud. I'm pretty sure prior to most of you being introduced to him. He's done a stint up north for fraud. I don't respect that. I just think that the two should be separated. We can't call this man no pastor or no bishop. I don't even understand. No, I'm not here for it. He's Lamar Whitehead. I don't respect him as a pastor and a bishop. Pastors and bishops, in the true sense of the word, don't behave in this manner. You a thug. You want to be a thug? You're going to go right where thugs go, okay? Speaking of fraud in jail, Lord, British Williams, she's facing additional charges in insurance fraud in her criminal case. This is British from Basketball Wives. Are you guys still watching Basketball Wives? Anyway, let's get into this article. Per the Jasmine brand, according to court documents obtained by Radar Online, the government has informed the court that it intends to present a superseding indictment to a grand jury before the trial date for additional charges. However, prosecutors are remaining quiet about the charges that they plan on bringing against British Williams. British's attorney told Radar Online that the government continues to make allegations that far exceed any actual evidence in their possession. Whatever the new charges may be, we look forward to addressing them. So this is British. She stopped for a photo while she was at the courthouse. Okay, as previously reported in 2021, a grand jury indicted British Williams on 5 felony charges of misuse of a social security number, 4 charges of bank fraud, 3 charges of making false statements to the IRS, 3 charges of wire fraud, and 3 charges of aggravated identity theft. She entered a not guilty plea at the U.S. District Court in St. Louis shortly after her arrest. I'm telling y'all, you stealing people's social security numbers, committing fraud, stealing people credit cards and using their credit cards. And I don't have any respect for people that do ish like that, because at the end, somebody has to pay for that emotionally and financially. Somebody has to pay. You know how many people are victims of identity theft? You using people's social security number. Some people never recover from identity theft. That's very hard to prove. Messing up people's credits and all types of stuff, ruining people's lives. I'm supposed to feel sorry for her? Chabba. Williams is accused of using fake social security numbers to acquire loans in 2017. Prosecutors claim that in 2018 and 2019, she allegedly deposited various amounts of checks from 4,500 to 5,800 in accounts she managed and quickly took out the money before banks were aware they were fraudulent. Wow. The actual owners of the checks allegedly didn't know she deposited the funds. Girl, that is trife. Prosecutors also allege that British claimed fake dependents with false names and social security numbers on her tax returns from 2017 to 2019. Last year, the reality TV star, who was on house arrest, motioned the court to have her ankle bracelet removed. British claimed that the monitor was costing her a number of lucrative business deals, most notably a $30,000 deal with billionaire entrepreneur Rihanna's brand lingerie line. Her lawyer said this lost opportunity cost Miss Williams at least $30,000 with additional payments that would have been available for Instagram appearances and posts. The lawyer continued, the producers of Basketball Wives do not want the ankle monitor to be visible. Why they can't film her from the kneecap up? Apparently, VH1 feels that this creates stark limitations on the outfits and costuming that Miss Williams can utilize. Miss Williams does not engage in work for which she gets to choose her own outfits and clothes. Oh, so now y'all don't choose your own clothes on the set of Basketball Wives? The court actually granted her motion, though, child. Her trial is set for April 17th of this year, next month. Listen, I understand it's hard for people out here, but when you commit fraud and you take other people's social security numbers and you take people's credit cards and steal checks and cash them, somebody suffers. On the other end of that, somebody suffers. The victims suffer tremendously. Like I said, that's wild. What was the reason, girl? What was the reason? And she has a kid. She has a child, right? It's been a while since I watched Basketball Wives. Anyway, share your thoughts in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Moving along, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. They're pitching up close and personal daytime talk show to major networks after being fired by ABC for their affair. Now, I remember when this story broke, I gave commentary on it, and I said, this was before they were suspended or anything like that, and I said that ABC should actually keep them because the ratings would go up. I think that they probably were paid a nice severance package or given a nice severance package. They took it, they signed it, and ABC decided to let them go. I probably would have took the money too, but still, I wish ABC would have kept them because this would have blown over. Like I said in my commentary, we got to stop acting like this country is on this moral high ground. When it comes to certain things, especially this, they both were separated, even though I think they should be completely divorced before they date, but whatever, to each his own, right? Do what you do. So they were both separated from their spouses and they were dating. Apparently, TJ was laying it low and spreading it wide around the office. That was the word on the curb. Anyway, let's get into this article per the Jasmine brand. When it comes to their careers, TJ Holmes and Amy Robach aren't throwing in the towel just yet. According to reports, the former co-hosts turned lovers are pitching a brand new show highlighting their chemistry after being fired from ABC. So reportedly, they have been in LA pitching to major networks, including CBS, NBC, and CNN. However, Radar Online was told that they might go with News Nation. The couple's alleged pitch is an up-close and personal daytime show to rival Kelly Ripa and her husband Mark Consuelos when he replaces Ryan Seacrest on Live. A TV executive told sources, think about it. You have a show with two attractive hosts that does pretty well, and then boom, the sexy romantic drama of the decade unfolds with your two stars. Who wouldn't want to watch them interact every day? See those sparks fly. Okay. Last month, an insider told sources that Amy and TJ weren't done with television and, quote, remain confident another network or cable channel will see the value in their undeniable chemistry. Of course they will. and that network or whatever show it is that they obtain on a network, the ratings are going to be high. If especially, and they're going to stay high if they're good at their job. If they remain good at their job, why not? Okay. The only problem is if things go awry and they're like fighting and their energy is not good, that's obviously going to translate on television. So hopefully they're able to keep it tight and keep it right. Okay. Some of the best television double acts have been lovers. As previously reported, TJ Holmes and Amy were temporarily suspended from the news program GMA3 following their affair going public. Holmes and Amy began anchoring GMA3 together almost 3 years ago and allegedly started their affair in the summer of 2022. However, both anchors have reportedly claimed that they were separated from their spouses before they started dating. See? Ultimately, after a months long investigation, ABC decided to part ways with the news anchors. I think they paid them. They had to have paid them because if they have a no fraternization clause in their schedule, then I can understand. But the fact that they suspended them, they were suspended for a month. They probably were trying to figure out, all right, they can't sue us, right? All right, how about we pay them out? Because if we just straight out fire them, they could probably sue us. I'm telling you, a lot of these companies be trying to avoid these big lawsuits, man. You know? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I would look forward to seeing them on another show. Why the heck not? Like I said, I think it would be more tasteful if the two were divorced before they go public, so public with, their relationships. But again, everybody does things the way that they want. Okay. How do you guys feel about this? Did you watch them on GMA3? Do you think that they would do well if they were on another network and they had their own news program? I think so. They were good at their job. It's not like they were whack and corny, right? All right, moving along. So Black China recently sat down with Jason Lee for an interview. And she says that Tyga kicked her out of his house when they broke up and he left her for Kanye West's former sister-in-law who was 16 years old. Oh, we forgot that she was 16 years old when Tyga was dating her. Okay, now I do wish that I could play the clip, but I don't know how, this is on Revolt on YouTube. We ain't doing no copyright strikes over here. Okay, I've had plenty of those in my day, and we're not doing that. So, yeah, Jason Lee, he was actually flabbergasted because he said he actually didn't know this. So he was, he's interrupting China and asking her to explain herself. So he said, what do you mean put you out of the house? She packed up boxes, put it in her truck. Well, she said it was his truck, and she went on her merry way. So Jason asked her, what about King, which is the son that Black China and Tyga share? And she said that he went back and forth. So Tyga kicked China out of the house when they broke up. Okay, you guys know, if you're not aware, Tyga is actually dating Avril Lavigne now. And it's just, that whole loop. If you know who Avril Lavigne used to be engaged to and who he's associated with, and half siblings and half siblings exes and half siblings baby mamas and baby fathers, it's just one cluster beep of mess. Okay. But yeah, Tyga was dating Kanye West's ex sister-in-law when she was 16 and he was what, in his 20s? He was 20 something years old. Huh? Nobody has anything to say about that. And we wonder why Kanye West is concerned, rightfully so, when it comes to North and the rest of his children. I just recently gave commentary on North West dressing up like Ice Spice after meeting Ice Spice and reciting Ice Spice's lyrics. And I thought it was a big no-no. So y'all going on ahead, though. I guess y'all gonna, how quickly people forget. Tyga definitely should be on somebody's list somewhere, and he should be banned. Okay. Now, moving on to another Tyga Woods, that is. You remember Tiger Woods? Nobody really talks about him anymore. Well, he's in the news. Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend, she wants the NDA thrown out. And she cites a law that would ban the contract due to that word or harassment. Okay, we still got to keep it cute over here on YouTube. Okay, so let's get into this article. So, according to reports, Tiger Woods' estranged girlfriend, Erica Herman, she has filed legal documents claiming that the golfer, who she reportedly dated for almost 6 years, made her sign a non-disclosure agreement at the beginning of their romance. However, according to Erica Herman, she was forced to sign the contract back in 2017, and now she wants it tossed out. Okay, Erica Herman, she detailed a private trust fund that Tiger Woods oversees is trying to keep her quiet about their relationship by consistently reminding her about the non disclosure agreement. She also argued that the contract should be invalidated due to a law called the Federal Speak Out Act, which bans the enforceability of a contract agreed to prior to that word or harassment. Lord, Tiger has just gotten messy over the years, right? Remember when Tiger Woods hit the scene, everybody was like, yeah, we dominating golf now. You know, Dave Chappelle did a couple of skits for shizzle about Tiger Woods. It's just been scandal after scandal after scandal. Mm, 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 mm. Reportedly, the plaintiff and the defendant are no longer in a relationship, but there has been no announcement of the separation. Herman, the girl, wants the judge to rule the NDA invalid. Woods may be having post relationship drama, but he still has his money to keep him warm at night. As previously reported last year, the 47-year-old became an official billionaire. According to Forbes, Woods is one of the top earning athletes globally, raking in over 1.7 billion in did y'all know this? In salary over the course of the 2-decade plus career. Child, there's reports that he kicked her out and everything. And she wants this NDA banned because she wants to probably write a book. She probably wants to do interviews. She wants to get paid for her pain. What do you guys think about this? Do you care? Mm, mm, mm. Messy, messy, messy. Well, Tiger Woods, yeah, your money should keep you warm at night. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. All right, let's shift gears to Miss Monique, okay? So Monique is out here talking about her marriage arrangement with her husband, and I don't know why, okay? She said, now I got love for Monique. Everything seems to be on the up and up with Monique, okay? Monique is doing her thing. She got her Netflix special. What's it called? My Name is Monique, or Why They Call Me Monique, whatever. It's coming out next month. I think it's April. I'll definitely be tuning into that. You know, she settled her situation with Netflix. You know, she settled her differences with Lee Daniels. That beef is over. She's in a movie, The Reading. Have you guys watched that? I have yet to see it. So everything seems to be on the up and up for Miss Monique, okay? And even her marriage. So now there's no more open marriage, basically, okay? So she spoke with People, or People is exclusively reporting this. That yeah, it's a wrap for the open marriage. So Monique, she is sharing why she and her husband Sidney Hicks have rethought their open marriage agreement. Now, the Oscar winner, in a wide-ranging interview with the Hollywood Reporter, excuse me, is the original source, spoke about her relationship with Hicks, who is also her manager, with whom she shares a 17-year-old twin sons. Monique said Hicks is the best manager that I've ever had, and I've had the big boys. Going down the article, Monique also mentioned that she grew out of the desire for an open marriage, which she and Hicks, whom she wed in 2006, have previously been candid about, including on a podcast called Monique and Sidney's Open Relationship. I don't remember what talk show she was on. She was on some talk show. Was it Sister Circle? Whatever. It was some talk show, and that's where I first heard her say that she had an open marriage. And boy, did everybody roast her and her husband. They were saying that her husband is dealing with the same sex and it's really not an open marriage. She just gives her husband a pass to do him. It was very bad. It was very, very bad. So Monique goes on to say, life began to happen. I began to see a strength I had never seen before. She's so dramatic. He loved me at my worst. I didn't want to sacrifice that just for a lay. So I grew out of that. Okay.
The comedian, whose new Netflix special, My Name is Monique, debuts April 4th, first revealed that she was in an open marriage in an interview with Essence back in 2006. Then in 2016, she reflected on the arrangement on their podcast, saying, according to the New York Times, that, quote, people didn't understand at the time, end quote. Okay, she said that they thought it was about swinging or orgies, and then there were individuals who were vehement about God, and they were bringing God into their opinions. She said people lost their minds, and the criticism has never let up. Yeah, I remember that. It was really bad. Like, Monique was getting trashed. It's not funny, but Monique was getting trashed, and her husband, whew, he was getting trashed too. Monique also added at the time about their agreement, which was her idea. Okay. She said, Sydney had this one thing he had to teach me, and that was reciprocity. He said, if you can have that, it's also fair that I can have that too. I wanted to continue to see the gentleman that I was seeing, and I felt comfortable telling my best friend, her husband. She says that I'm grateful he taught me I had to play fair. So basically, what she's saying is that her having an open relationship was his idea. Listen, whether I believe that or not, it doesn't matter. But having seen them interact and having watched their YouTube videos in the past, he has a very strong personality. So I don't know if Monique came to him and said, hey, I'm dealing with this guy and I want to have an open marriage. I don't know if that strikes me as the type of guy that's like, all right, baby, go ahead. But then I guess that's why she's mentioning the fact that he said, all right, well, if you want to lay with another man, then I should be able to lay with another woman. So it's only fair. So she said that he taught her how to be fair because of that. On the podcast, Sydney said that the arrangement is not going to change the dynamic of our relationship because I'm in love with this woman. This is per Essence. He says that I've been involved with someone for 33 years of my life since we were kids. This is what he said at the time. He says, I've known her longer than I haven't known her. So when you start saying to yourself, the spirit that you came into this universe with is the spirit that you're going to exit this world with, are you going to be yourself through having an open conversation and an open dialogue and an open relationship? What? What y'all talking about? What do you guys think about this? Do you think that Monique should be letting people know that she had an open marriage? And do you think that she should be letting people know that she's rethinking the whole open marriage thing? I think that she should keep this between her and her husband. And as it pertains to what she wants to do with her marriage, that's her business. I mean, what's the purpose of marriage? The real definition and true entity of marriage, if it's going to be open, then is it a marriage necessarily? Listen, everybody believes what they want to believe these days. I don't really care. I just want to see Monique get her darn flowers. I want to see her I want to see her get her respect that she absolutely deserves. Point blank, period. And I'll be tuning into her Netflix special. But as it pertains to her marriage, I think that she should keep that off the internet. And I wonder if she regrets letting people know that she has an open marriage. Was this damage control? Was she kind of getting ahead of this because maybe someone saw her out with another man, or maybe someone saw her husband out with another woman? I don't know. I wish she would have kept that to herself. But hey, it's her marriage. She does what she wants to do. All right. We're coming to a close. And the final story, ladies and gentlemen. Cardi B seemingly clears up this BAPS remake rumor. All right. Shout out to Ken Barbie. Ken Barbie actually posted to his Twitter. Did he put this on Instagram? I don't think so. He put this on Twitter. I saw it early this morning. And the caption reads, not so fast. Rumors of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion planning to remake the cult classic BAPS, which originally starred Halle Berry and Natalie Dessely. She passed away. May she rest in peace. Are confirmed to be false. Dope concept, though, if this did spark any interest. So Cardi B responded. She retweeted Ken Barbie's tweet, and she also posted. I don't even know where that rumor even came about. Maybe because we look so cute in the WAP video, Kiss Kiss. Okay, Ken Barbie and Cardi are very familiar with each other. They're friends in real life. So I saw something else circulating around, And I said to myself, Ken Barbie posted that on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter if you're on the app. She_Royal B. So yes, so Ken Barbie posted that. That is not true. And CARDI confirmed. She said, I don't know where y'all got this from. Yeah, where did that rumor start? Just like the whole Cardi B is launching her beauty brand, Culture Wave Beauty. And she said that that's not true, or she denied that. So who the heck would want to see a BAPS remake? Leave some of these, cult classics alone. I don't think BAPS needs to be remade, personally. I don't think so. And also, it's cute. It's a cute idea for a video, but for a whole movie, I wouldn't want to see Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion do a whole movie remake of BAPS. No, I don't think that would make any sense for their brand, for either one of them, for their brand. Number two, and neither one of them give me, trained actor vibes. No shade. I like both of them, as entertainers, but I think the video concept was absolutely cute. They paid homage to, old school updos. All right. I love that. But let's leave it there. Maybe her fans want to see her do a remake of BAPS. I don't know. So that's all I got. Y'all ain't got no more. I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier, but you know what? It's life. It happens. You got to roll with the punches, okay? That's how you know nothing's fake around here, all right? And Royal B runs the show, all right? So I'm my own production man and sound man, etc. All right, y'all. So be sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, you still have time to pay your admission fee. As far as following me on socials, she_Royal_B on Twitter, she_Royal_B on YouTube, she_Royal_B on Twitch. On Instagram, it's she_Royal_B TV. Okay, just the letters T and the letter V. All right, so that's it. I'll be back for something. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. All right, and in memory of Biggie Smalls, play your favorite Biggie song today. All right, let's just send some positive vibes throughout the atmosphere. Drop your favorite Biggie bar in the comments if you so wish. If not, it's okay. At least like the darn video. All right, I'm signing off. I love you for watching. As always, until next time, peace.